You might have seen this tool being used a lot in pro golf or in social media from golf fitness coaches, but you might not feel like the value of this product is enough for you if you're just going to perform a few exercises a week. So today I'm going to show you how to make one yourself using equipment that you might have in your gym and show you some variations of it so you can get the same effect for zero cost. Welcome back to Macro Golf YouTube. Today is something a little bit different for me. I'm going to show you how to create a product that has been quite popular recently. I'm going to show you how to create it yourself using equipment you might have laying around at home or equipment that you have already in your gym. When I first saw this product and when it first came out, I found it really interesting. I thought there was some pretty cool exercises you could do with it. I thought it was pretty versatile and being able to do some different exercises and work on different body parts. And I thought it was really cool that it could be quite golf specific. But then when I saw the cost of it, I thought, is it really worth it for the average gym goer, the average golfer? And are we really expecting golfers to go out and buy something this expensive, take it to the gym with them and use it once or twice a week? So instead of telling my clients to go out and purchase a product, I decided to come up with a way that I could create my own and also show my clients ways that they can use things in their gym to create similar exercises. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you can create a product just like this on your own with what you've got at home. So the first way I'm going to show you how to create your own one is going to be using a resistance band. Now I've got two different types of resistance band here, but it is important that we have one of these styles. So these are big loop power bands. You can grab them on Amazon. I'll put some links below. But your gym will probably have some, or you might have some laying at home. This one is quite a loose one. So this has got quite a lot of give and is not very strong. So this will be an easier option and it's a great one to start with. If you don't have something like this is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So this is a really stiff one, really tight. It's gonna have a lot more resistance. But chances are your gym will have either one that's thick like this, thin like this, or something in between, or you might even have one laying at home. So the next thing we're gonna need is some way to anchor this band. So we've got a cable machine here in the studio, and I'm gonna use the solid rail of the cable machine here to do this. This could be a surface like we've got here, some kind of support, could be a door frame, doorknob, or just any way you've got some kind of basically safe anchor point. What we're then gonna do is we're gonna take the band and we're gonna lap the band around that anchor point. So here I've just created two ends around this anchor, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass one end through the other side, grab it, and then hook this through. So now I've got a pretty safe, solid anchor around this band, and that's not going anywhere. That's pretty strong, pretty solid. So once I've created this system and once I've created this setup here, we're gonna watch how we're gonna get into the strap. And I know that with the strap, there are plenty of different ways you can do it. There's different attachments, but this will be the pretty standard one. I'll put a link on the side here of exactly what this one will copy. But what we're trying to do is create one loop, and to get into the system and to get into the band, it's going to be the same as what you would with a normal strap. So we're going to take one arm, we're going to put this arm through the loop, we're going to take this up to the shoulder into the chest area. We're then going to walk around, we're going to turn, walk, let this band follow around our back. So you can see this is going to start to loop around my back here. I can adjust if I need to with my other hand. And then I'm going to keep on turning around, keep on turning around, keep on turning around, take my other hand up and over, and now suddenly I'm into my strap position. So I've got the band attached over my trail shoulder, and then the band is wrapping itself round my back, down across round my other shoulder blade, underneath the other armpit, round and over underneath the other arm. And then this is the position that we're familiar with. We're seeing some of these exercises where we come into our golf posture, and the band is then trying to unwind me and trying to pull me into my trail side. So there's a few adjustments you can make also. If you want, you can start to put it a little bit lower, and it's quite easy just to take the band and just move it around. So that obviously just moves it out of the way of my shoulder, moves it out of the way of my elbow, and just allows a little bit of extra rotation. What I could also do is I could just put this a little bit lower if I wanted, and that's going to help keep it a little bit more out of the way and just help me be able to turn and coil a little bit better and start to work on some of these exercises. So the same process would apply with the thicker band. This is really probably too thick. So I probably wouldn't recommend going as thick as this. Somewhere between these two would be fine. This one's a little bit too thick. If this is your only option though, then what you can do is you can loop it round. You can do the same process, and it would obviously just be that you're much closer to the unit. But if you've got a way of being able to do this with a thinner band, then I would definitely recommend a band somewhere between these two thicknesses. Another option we have got if the band is too thick, or if you only have like a rope or think of like a yoga band or something that's not got any resistance in terms of give, but it's gonna be solid enough to take the weight. What we can do is we can actually use the cable machine to create the same setup. So we've got a cable machine here. I've set this up for somewhere between kind of hip and shoulder height. And all I've done is I've added the handle attachment to the cable machine. I'm now gonna do the same process with the band. I'm gonna poke the band through. I'm gonna create the same loop. And what you'll see now is I've basically created the same system on this cable machine, but just now instead of it being a soft, stable surface, we've now actually got a system that's attached to the cable pulley. What can we do with this new setup is now we can change the actual resistance using the cable machine, similar to what we do with the original strap that we were talking about. So what we can now do is put the same setup, arm goes through, rotate round through the body, round onto the other side, and now you'll see that instead of having resistance band tension, I've now actually got tension from the cable machine instead. So I can come into the same position, and now as I create my movement, I'm now actually moving the weight rack rather than moving the band. And I've created the same system here as I did against the wall or against my cable resistance attachment, but now actually we've got a bit more freedom in terms of increasing resistance or decreasing resistance by using either a strong resistance band or something like a rope or cable that's not got any give. So now you've got some options on creating this for yourself and creating this piece of equipment for yourself. You're now going to explore all the different exercises, all the different variations you can do using your new setup. It's going to be really easy for you to set this up in the gym, whether you've got a resistance band or a cable machine. All you need is just need the band or the cable machine and the setup that I've just shown you, which that means it's going to be cheaper, more accessible and easier, and you're not going to feel as bad even if you only do this once or twice throughout the week. And you can go see all the exercises that you can do with this kit. I will do an extra video on showing some exercises you can do with this setup or with the strap if you've got one. But what we'll do is I'll do that when I've finished the video. I'll tag that below in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it means a lot to me if you click the like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and share this video with someone that you think these exercises would help.